Alright guys, so welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be showing you some cool stuff that I got for Judas, so stay tuned. Alright, so over here we have a very cool 7-inch motorsports dash. This dash is made by Power Tune over in Australia, I believe they are. And I'm going to be installing it on Judas, my E30, which is SR20's DET swapped, for those of you who do not know. So first question is, why do I want a motorsports dash on my car? Because it looks cool. But on the real, my car has an SR20 DET swap. It does run a Link G4 ECU, for those of you who have not been following the videos along for a while. Those of you who are new. So the thing about it is that my factory temp gauge does not work. It was never really wired to the car, the BMW one anyways. So I keep on having to drive with a laptop. I also have a Honda radiator, so it's very small, so there's a high tendency that the car can overheat. The radiator is on the way, but for the most part I need to drive around with my laptop. This dash will fix all of that. So it's a 7-inch dash. I believe it's powered by a Raspberry Pi, but I'm not 100% sure. So with this, it's going to be powered and connected to the car via CAN bus. I already have a harness here. This was sponsored to me by my good friend over in New York, Roger. Roger, big up yourself. Right, so he sponsored this to me. This is going to be taking place of my factory dash. The dash is still going to be there, but this is just going to be on board to monitor the car. The ECU itself can do onboard login, so I can just be using this to look at whatever the car is doing, and I can have the ECU automatically data log, so I can review the data later. In addition to this, this does some pretty cool stuff. You can use it as a lap timer, you can use it as a performance timer for drag racing and a bunch of stuff. So it also can connect to almost any car via Bluetooth, CAN bus, Bluetooth and CAN bus. Yeah, I think Bluetooth and CAN bus. So if you have a factory car, say a Subaru like mine, I can also use this on my car and just connect it via Bluetooth. First things first, everybody's gonna ask price. How much does this cost? About $570 US, but all in with the adapter and everything, mine is closer to $700. So we're gonna get straight into that. I'm gonna start installing that right now. Okay, so I have everything loosely mounted here, and for the most part it's very simple. So I'm going to be connecting this to my Link G4 ECU, which is right there, via CAN bus. So CAN bus is basically a 2-wire network, so I just have these two. Red and black is CAN high, CAN low, that's all. And these 2 wires send all the data to the dash. And in addition to that, I need to power the dash. So red wire, brown wire, power and ground. I have that wire to my switch panel here, so everything is loosely mounted. And I went to start the car and I could not get any data from it. So quick remote tune session with the guys over at Power Tune, and they got me sorted within 2 minutes. So I just had one setting wrong in my setup for the dash, and they fixed that up in no time. So excellent customer service thus far. So now I'm going to go ahead and fire up the car and give you a quick demo of the dash in action. All right, so first things first, let's go ahead and power it up. It's wired just to my power switch here, my main power switch, and the dash is going to power up when I flip this here. All right, it takes a couple seconds for the dash to power up. Hopefully there's not too much of a glare for you guys. All right. Alright, so the dash now is active. So as you can see, IAT, we are already reading manifold pressure. So this is boosted actually manifold pressure, KPA, battery voltage, oil pressure, oil temp, coolant temperature, and whatnot. I believe, yes, you can swipe through it, change a couple dashes, settings, and whatnot. So this is incredible. But so far I've only noticed one issue with the dash, and if you look here, you can see the manifold pressure dropping down to 0 every now and then. Again, so we're going to do another session. The guys have at Power Tune say it's a very rare thing that this ever happened. They recommended a few things. I went ahead and I did that, so they want to have a closer look at it. Maybe I just had a bad experience with just this one, maybe I did something wrong, but they're gonna look over everything for me as part of the excellent customer service. But for the most part, let me go ahead and fire up this car and I'll show you this in action. Alright, so car is running. You can see pretty much the same data on here. Fuel pressure about 286, oil pressure about 400, about 1100 RPM, 20. Right, and same thing here. We can see oil pressure right around 400. Oil temp is actually not hooked up on the car. The wire is just floating, not connected to a sensor. Water temp is accurate, and this is the weird thing I'm seeing. So you can see the RPM just dropping down to 0 every now and then, and additionally the map pressure drops at the very same time the RPM drops. But for other than that, it is good. I also have it softly wired, temporarily wired here, so I need to finish that up. Then hopefully I'm going to take it out for a drive, or I might take it out for a drive first, see how it works in action, and try out the ECU login. Since I've never done the ECU login, I always use the laptop. Now I'm rambling as usual, but for the most part, beautiful dash, beautiful product at a very, very fair price. Just need to get that tiny issue fixed and it's gonna be perfect. Okay, so the dash is all fixed up now. I had to do a second remote session with PowerTune because we had a couple of funky settings in the setup in my Link G4, so I have that all cleaned up and sorted. So now it's hot, but I'm taking Judas out to the gas station to fill it up on some gas, and I'm just gonna record the drive, so enjoy. Alright, so it's been a few days. I'm out for a midweek drive and everything seems to be functioning perfectly. My only issue is that I need to permanently mount the dash. It's moving around a little bit, but other than that, everything seems to be pretty good. Now that I actually have the dash functioning, I realize that the calibration I have for my very old AM Whiteman is a bit off. So the car is running a little bit lean in cruise. It's not bad, about maybe 5 or so percent leaner than I would like, but for the most part, boost and everything is good. So now that I actually have accurate data, so the dash is displaying whatever the ECU would be displaying. So I've been tuning around inaccurate wideband calibration. Right, it's old 4.5 dash something. Yeah, but for the most part, it's a little bit lean cruising around now, but it's not too bad. So just putting out for it paces, and then I guess I'll just take you guys along for the little ride before I get to my house. So coolant temp seems to be holding good. Oil pressure is good, cruising around 1700 RPM. We have right around 20 psi of oil pressure, so that is perfect. Difficult driving with the GoPro and trying to record with one hand. Again, I forgot the head mounts that I usually use, so I'm not sure I'm gonna get some exciting shots for you guys. But for now, I guess you guys can enjoy the scenery, right? It's like 5 p.m. ish. Sun is about to set, so no bright sunshine out, but I guess you guys can take in the scenery, take in the awesome sound of Judas. Very healthy. I'm gonna tuck this in my shirt. Hopefully we get some good shots. hear it. Let's get the gender accurate here. Hopefully you guys got to see this. Not sure how my shirt cam actually works. Alright, so we're back home and everything is perfect. So I did increase RPM. Usually I try to keep it on the 4,000 RPM since I'm breaking in the motor, but this motor has been together for a few weeks now. So I did give it the beans. So I took it up to about 5,500 RPM. Redline is about 7,000 on this motor and all is perfect. So it looks like this motor is ready for the next stage, which is the dyno. So I'm not sure when that's gonna be. Hopefully in about 2 weeks from now, but keep you guys updated. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Till next time, I guess I will see you guys and stay safe.